Hello guys, welcome back to this new tarot reading. This time I'm going to continue with other with other friendship tarot reading between members. This time it's Ateez members San and Seonghwa, to do a reading about them because this had been requested. So I placed San on the left and Seonghwa on the right, and in the middle we have the overall energy of their relationship, of their bond. And I want to start, as always, with talking a little bit about their astrological placements, which I have talked in their individual also readings. So if you want to check them out, they are available in my channel. So we know that San, it's his sun sign, it's in Cancer, and his moon is in Gemini, and that Seonghwa, it's an Aries sun with moon in Cancer. So, like I had mentioned before, there are a lot of Ateez members that actually have moon in Cancer. I believe maybe it's 4 of them in total. I think it's 4 of them, and actually Sun is the only one who is a Cancer sign. Who is his sun is a Cancer, so he is the original Cancer persona. He, I mean, it's not that the others that have a moon in Cancer do not display the traits of having Cancer moon. It's just that the moon, the influence of the moon is very personal, and like I said in a lot of my videos, you can see the influence of the moon if you are very close to that person, or if you probably live with them, or if you have some kind of intimacy with them. If you meet them, like, they display those traits when they feel secure, when they feel at ease with you, when they trust you. So I think that if we have to, because I believe that Sun is actually really popular. Also, there's something about his energy that I love so much. He is a great entertainer, and at the same time, he has that flexibility of his that it's amazing. He's really fast. He's really light. His expression are magnificent. He has he's like a chameleon. He's like, you never know what you're going to get with him. So since he's the Cancer sun the Cancer sign guy in this group, I believe that we probably, I imagine people asking me to keep doing readings, duo readings about him and other members, because especially the ones that have moon in Cancer, because I believe that there's, like I always say, there's a correspondency, there's some kind of attraction, there's some kind of closeness when it comes to this energy. So it's very likely that the other members that do have a moon in Cancer, that they feel really drawn to get close to Sun, because Sun is like the embodiment of that energy. So then when it comes to get really close, they actually feel that Sun's energy, it's very familiar to them. It's like coming home. It's like going to a safe place, because he's the representation of that inner and almost hidden part of themselves that nourish their emotional world. So I think that probably he does have like a soothing effect on others. He must have this this kind of energy that is attracting, and a lot of the members want to spend time with him. So let's see about these two, about Seonghwa, and what I wanted to say also about Seonghwa, that I think that him and the other member, I think that Seonghwa is, I think I said it in his individual reading, that he is the least Aries sun I had seen in my life, because it's like I feel, I see him and I see Cancer. I see Cancer sign. I see Cancer energy. It's like, I don't know if maybe his rising is in Cancer, but it's like he's so chill, he's so calm, he's so nice, he's so sweet, that maybe the few moments where I can definitely see his Aries nature come out is when he's while he is performing, and when he's dancing, when he is on the scene. But then I see him like this very calm guy, and it's really weird to meet an Aries sign that it's really chill, that it's actually very like very calm. He's almost quiet, like I don't know if he's quiet, if quiet is the word, but actually there's something about his nature that he's really observant, and that he doesn't want to brought up, bring attention to himself. It's like he's just relaxed there. But he's really charismatic. There's something about him that is really attractive. He's an interesting mix of masculine and feminine. He's really beautiful man. But his character is so not Aries. It's so not Aries. For example, if you see Juno, that Juno is also an Aries, and you see Juno, he's like this happy rabbit, like going around everyone and always being like really excited to meet, to do different things and meet people. And he always has this smile on his face. But if you see someone, he looks very awkward sometimes when he has he has to face situations that are new to him, and he you can sense in his face, in his facial expression, that most of the time he's pretty awkward at first. Like he's just all the time like observing and studying the environment. So maybe that's his moon in Cancer, acting acting on his character and taking over his whole energy. So let's start with this first card that came out. I don't know if you can see it on the left side. This card is the representation of sun energy. Every time I see sun that is dancing, I see this image here. This image it looks like it's like a male, like yes, in a dancing position, and it looks like a phoenix is behind him. So it's really beautiful. It's a beautiful deck. Um, the cards that came out for Sun, it's Nine of Wands, Eight of Wands, and the Hermit. So I think he feels I don't know their dynamic, but he feels really motivated when he's around Seonghwa. I think they had worked together for a long time, or at least they had shared a lot of moments where they had to train together. So I think that he had always found like a great companion to do activities with, or maybe to try to channel his passion. I believe that he's really inspired by Seonghwa to continue improving himself. And he also sees Seonghwa as this person that actually is very passionate, and that he has a great potential, but that somehow he's not aware of this ability of his to mesmerize people. I think that because actually the cards that came out for Sun are the way he views Seonghwa. So I think that he views this the card that I was mentioning, the first card on the left, this kind of swan dancer, phoenix dancer. I think he sees, whenever he sees Seonghwa, he pictures him in that way, with all that essence and with all that potential and with all that passion. But I believe that there's something about Seonghwa that he doesn't feel that confident with himself. I think that it's like I was saying a bit earlier, that I see this fire, this Aries sign in him when he is performing. But I think that if I have to watch him, for example, in an interview, I realize that his passion is gone, or is like hidden, or it's just not there. He's just very, it looks like he's a very kind of a person that he likes stability, or that he likes to be on his own, or that he's really comfortable with just being himself and not moving around so much, like not like always like going from one place to other, and that's really weird to be an Aries person and not having that need for movement. But I think that maybe he has other energies in his chart. I don't know, his rising, that maybe influence him, so he can look a bit more reserved, or a bit more tranquil, or a bit more like that he is really like serious, and not serious, but that he looks so stable. It's like his energy is always there, it's always quiet, it's always like very controlled. But yes, I think that San sees in Seonghwa this ability to transform himself and to unleash all that fire inside of him, and he admires him very much, very much. And he just wished that these moments of passion of Seonghwa would last longer, because I think that these are like very brief moments where San feels like he can see the real passion of Seonghwa. Because I see the transition he makes from being this very hypnotizing kind of figure, where you cannot stop looking at him because he's mesmerizing, and also he's really beautiful, and there's something about his energy that is really inspiring. But then after he's done with the action, after he's done performing, he goes back to be he goes back to his inner world. It's like for someone to work, to be himself, or maybe to work with his energies and to find the right balance for him, is very necessary to have moments to be on his own, or to have moments where he can do some inner work. I believe that he's someone also that enjoys being on his own, that he is really comfortable with being on his own. I think he needs to recharge energy, and he does it in this way. And I think that there are moments where Sun doesn't understand why this sudden change, but I think that eventually, with all these years that they had worked together, that he had learned to accept, and maybe to understand a bit why someone needs this kind of privacy, or why he becomes suddenly very introvert, or very like that. Sometimes it's not easy for him to open up, actually. It's like he's a mystery somehow, at least for some. And when it comes to how Seonghwa views Sam, he got the Four of Wands, the Star, and the Ten of Cups. So these are beautiful cards as well. I think that Seonghwa sees sees Sun as the life of the party. Like he is always ready to celebrate. He is always ready to think about new ideas about how to have fun. And I think that for Sun it's very important to be able to celebrate. I think that he is someone that is always trying to maintain a certain mood, that he doesn't want to get too deep or he doesn't want to get too depressed. He always tries to keep the group very like with high energy, with high levels of energy. So this is how Senwa saw him. And also Senwa sees in Sun this ability to heal others. I don't know why, but he sees in Sam this kind of like if as if Sam has the ability to make magic happen. I don't know why. But also that Sun is very family orientated. That despite of him being this really outgoing and always being really energetic, probably because of his moon in Gemini, he is very always eager to learn new things, and he is his temper is also very like hyperactive. He's always like looking for things to do. So maybe for somewhat that's a bit like annoying a bit because he's not like that. But I think that he can see through, also he can see through Sun, and he sees that Sun it's like this innocent child, like Sun has this kind of innocence to him that actually he finds it very loving, and he finds it um, very adorable. I think that he sees almost he sees in Sun that Sun is some kind of shaman, like a shaman, and or that he is some kind of sorcerer, or that he is some kind of witch doctor or something like that. That he has the ability to transform the energy of the group, or maybe to do, or he has a few gestures that are very motherly like, or are very, that he may not be the most emotional because he's always, the Sun is like a ball full of energy. So sometimes it may look like he doesn't pay attention, like deep attention, like very profound attention to things, but actually he does. He is someone that he can collect, he can absorb the energy of the room because he is a Cancer. So he is very intuitive. It's just that for him sometimes it's better to not get too engaged with the perceptions he get or the intuition. For him it's better to work with his body so he can somehow be an alchemist in his own life and transform energy, instead of being focusing of like, oh, what am I feeling this, or why am I feeling that this person feels thinks or feels this way, why do I feel that the energy is down, why do I feel that everyone is so grumpy. Like he wants to move fast, so he doesn't get attached to everyone or to others people energy or other people's emotional baggages, because he could potentially like get caught up in other people's business or in other people's bad energy. So that's why he prefers to move around, or maybe to do abrupt changes in his routine so he doesn't get contaminated by other people's energy, because he's very sensitive actually. But when it comes to his loved ones, yes, the way that someone sees him is that he definitely is a family person, that he definitely considers the team members as family, and he does express it that way. um, I think that also for he really is someone really admires Sam, because of this, because it's like there's something about Sam, that Sam is really generous, and that he is not selfish, and that he always thinks about the others before himself. It's like, and that he's very protective of his tribe, of his people, of the group of people he finds that are his loved ones. He is really protective, and he is always like looking around to see in what ways he can help. So I think there's a kind of admiration, and also, but they are very different. I believe that also, like I said, there's something about San that Seonghwa really wishes he would be able to emulate or to copy, because Seonghwa, with this moon in Cancer, he is also very emotional, and he's also very caring, but sometimes he doesn't know how to express this, or maybe is his own Aries energy that somehow it doesn't know when is the right moment to approach people, or maybe how to show himself vulnerable. That's why he's so observing. That's why he is very shy. Actually, he's very like, he's always like analyzing. Like watching everyone's move. Like always watching from a side, like what's going on. He's always trying to understand things, and he does it in a way that he doesn't want to draw attention to himself. So sometimes he needs to be a bit more. Uh, um, he needs to show more of himself. He needs to uh, maybe be a bit risky when it comes to relationships. To be the one that makes the first move or something like that. I think he needs to be a bit brave in that sense, because it's like he's always almost in this alert mode where he is like watching everyone and like trying to figure out when is the right moment to come out, or maybe to be like, okay, this is my moment, I will participate. um I think that he feels comfortable when others make the first move, not him. But he does admire that San. It's this like this feather almost, because he's like floating around everyone's, like he just comes and goes. He's always there, and he's always been flexible, and not only physical. When I say, we know that he's very flexible physically, but he's also flexible when it comes to his own energy. So the cards that came out for the relationship as an overall is the Strength, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Magician. So I think they are cheating in this moment in the relationship. I think that they are cheating each other up a lot. They are working a lot together. They are also giving each other a strength. I believe that they may be a bit too perfectionist. I believe that there's a part of them in this instance of their career where they feel this need to be perfect, and they definitely feel the pressure to be perfect. And they are trying to not feel too overwhelmed by this popularity, because I believe that I don't know if maybe it's because of the show, maybe it's because of Kingdom, of the results that they're getting from Kingdom, that they feel really proud of all the effort they are putting. But at the same time, there's a sense of feeling overwhelmed by the popularity, or maybe it's like they are giving their all, and they know that they want to be the best, but at the same time they are a bit afraid of being successful, because it's like they are getting such a good results, that they fear that if maybe they don't keep receiving the great results that they are getting, they will feel like it. They will feel bad about themselves. And also, there's a part of them that fears success. I don't know why, but they definitely fear success. And I believe that this makes me think. I once heard an interview that BTS BTS Yoongi, he once said that when they got really famous and started attending American award shows and started getting invitations, collaborations, and they were starting to be really popular overseas, that he suddenly felt afraid and he was questioning himself whether he wanted this or not. So I think that for Ateez, it's almost a similar state where they are like this very because it's not that they are just popular. Actually, they are being praised because of the authenticity and the audacity of the way they perform, and they are amazing, and they have this ability to shock the audience, to leave the audience always keep wanting more from them. So when they are always giving their all, they worry that they will not be able to give more of more, because it's like they're always raising the bar, and they're always raising the bar higher for themselves. So it's like the only one that can like overpass that boundary is themselves. So it's a huge responsibility, and I feel like they are constantly with this idea on their mind: we have to do our best, we have to be perfect. But at the same time, they are human and they know it, that they could have, I don't know, a mistake on stage, or they could, I don't know, some of them, I don't know, could be sick or catch a cold, like things happen because they are not machines, they are men, they are human. So I think that they do acknowledge that they have a great power, and that they are starting to have a great recognition, and also they are making a name for themselves, and they are very popular. But at the same time, they feel this amount of attention they're getting. I feel like they have this feeling of of fe- they fear failing. I think that it's a common fear among people that are great achievers. That is this fear of, what if one day I'm not good enough, or what if one day I don't meet people's expectations of me. What if the next performance is not so exciting or eye-catching like the rest of them, or the prior performances that we did? There's a lot of pressure. So I do think they rely on each other, and they rely on the group to talk about these things, to talk about these insecurities, because they are really humble, and they also are really like insightful. They are very aware of what they feel. So I think that they cheer each other up in that sense. They are like always like patting each other on the shoulder, like, you can do it, you can do it, like, keep going no matter what. So I think that in this sense, uh, they do have fears, and I think that they try to cheer each other up, even though they do not have all the answers, even though there are moments where they feel like they do not have all the resources, or maybe the tools, or maybe the energy to do. uh, um, they just have fears that I think that that is very normal, and but they try to overcome it together, and they try to inspire the others to not do not give in, like do not give in to fear. Just concentrate and give your best. That if you give your best, will be all right, something like that. So I'm going to leave it, guys, here. This was a lovely reading. I like how respectful they are for each other. I don't see, thankfully, there was no cards of swords or cards that were a bit intense or a bit like dramatic. Actually, no, the cards were really like very very nice and very smooth, so they definitely have like a bond where they do not have to force anything. They just like each other naturally, and especially because it's like they are different, but at the same time they learn from each other, and they are more similar than what it seems. It's just that they express themselves in different styles, but at the end of the day their energy is very similar, and this is why they click with each other. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for being always and respond to my videos, and always giving like beautiful feedbacks. And I'm learning, like I said, I'm educating myself about these groups, about their dynamics, and I love doing reading for them. So if you have more recommendations, you can leave it in the comment section. Like I always say, I don't do shipping readings, so please do not submit like any shipping, or nor any rumor, nor any suspicion, nor any like intuition about. I don't do those readings. Like I will not waste my time to even go there, especially with members that I had already done reading for them and other people, because I don't want to this process of reading for them, because I'm not the only tarot reader that does it. But when it comes to me myself, I try not to get in touch with that idols, for example, that idols energy that much, because once I done a reading for them or for that specific idol, I have to wait at least 3 months to get in touch with the energy again. I cannot be like, oh yes, please do the reading of this and this and this and this, and no, it's not a lottery. These people have energy, and I don't want to get too close to their energy too often, because I think it would be really annoying for them. I know they don't know me, like I know that I'm nobody for them, but I am responsible when it comes to how I use the tarot and how I manage my energy and their energy. And I don't want to keep on like getting into idols that I have done recent readings for them before, because I want to leave time pass and develop before getting into their energy. And this I do with my clients as well. I do not do readings for my clients like once a week, because then you do not let time pass, and you don't let the energy develop. So like maybe if I predicted something, I am not letting that energy progress. So I hope I made myself clear in this sense. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.